Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and I just got off playing Apex Legends a bit. I really enjoy that game, but to be on a serious note, I've copied the edgier lighting. I didn't put the edgy music in just because I don't feel that it fits exactly the tone of how I'm shooting the video, but let me get on with it. Stopped playing some of Apex and I decided to look into more and more of this YouTube clusterfuck that's been happening in the last several days. Now, with this situation, there's always a catalyst, and a catalyst is somebody in this situation making a video. Now, this is a video that's a fair bit, 20-ish minutes long, and I've sat through the entire thing. This video is by a YouTuber named as Matt. What it is? What is it? The naming nowadays in this world is a little messed up. But I watched this video by this individual who created it and talked about the YouTube child exploitation epidemic. The video itself was shot really weird, edgy, all that stuff. It was there to elicit a response that was pretty negatory. It was there to heighten fear, I guess you could say. Now, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to tell you, working as a video editor, that's exactly the kind of stuff you would do to push a narrative. Now, I'm not here to exactly, point fingers at anybody, but I'm just here to give my little takes on this video. The individual in question, Matt, I didn't feel any, there's a thing when it comes to talking about something like this. You feel that there is a genuine passion or something behind the person that really elicits this kind of response. And the video itself felt incredibly disingenuous to me. Again, that's just me kicking in. When it comes to this kind of stuff anyways, and people making a lot of these kind of videos, I'm always like one of those skeptic motherfuckers. And it's for almost anything. It could be like donations or charities. Like I'm always like a really skeptic bastard. Unless I can help myself, then I really don't feel comfortable putting my assistance in the hands of others or really taking somebody's message into account. Call it a flaw, call it a trait, whatever you want to do it, that's just the way that I feel. The video itself was really weird for me to watch because it almost felt like the person was just claiming, like Matt had just found this treasure trove of retardation that existed on YouTube servers, when it's the furthest thing from the truth. This problem that's been happening on YouTube has been happening for a long time. We all made videos on it. H3H3, I think Keemstar did. I'm pretty sure makeup channels did at this point. I made a video, Rainbot made a video. A lot of people made videos on the subject, talking about the ElsaGate problem, talking about those weird webcam videos that were popping up. And there are a bunch of explanations as to why these things can occur. This person coming across this situation now means that you've been living under a pretty big fucking rock for you not to catch up on it nowadays. But the narrative that was the narrative that was being pushed is simply not as true as what this video is trying to detail. See, the child exploitation epidemic on YouTube is, to an extent, a real thing, but it's one of those things where it's an epidemic on every platform. Now I'm seeing people blaming YouTube for facilitating this kind of stuff or letting it happen, when you can go on Facebook, you can go on Discord, you can go on any social media platform out there and find shit like this if you did hard enough, which shows me that the people that are actively trying to find it, maybe there's some creepy shit behind that. I don't know, but I'm just pointing that one out there. This stuff happens on every media platform. To single YouTube out on its own is a little disingenuous. It's kind of bullshit. But that doesn't exclude YouTube from everything either. See, this kind of stuff that was happening on YouTube wasn't necessarily a terrible video. It was people commenting all the time about, facilitating these kind of negative things between other users. Now, YouTube is one of the biggest AI gathering websites out there. Call me conspiracy tinfoil hat Muda, but when it comes to YouTube, this is the site that basically does not make Google any money. But what it does make Google is a lot of machine learning raw data to feed right into its server farm, effectively giving Google that advantage over other companies. They cannot afford to lose YouTube. If it costs them $5 billion or something a year, then congratulations, that's $5 billion on company expenses. That's it. It's a site that's kind of paying for itself, believe it or not. And with that, Google and Alphabet, the companies, need to make sure YouTube runs successfully. Now, when I say that, I mean that they need to think of an executive branch that needs a total rework. I think personally at this point, Susan, the CEO of YouTube, should be let go. Like she should get the pink slip, along with a lot of other executives at YouTube right now. And it should be replaced with new blood from Google to make sure this kind of stuff doesn't happen. See, because what Matt made it sound like was that we were facilitating and all letting it happen. There was one point in this video where I almost felt like this person was saying that because we accepted AdSense money or something, or because any YouTuber did, that they were pedophiles in of themselves, which is fucking bullshit. All right, you might as well just say any website with user-generated content should just automatically be run by pedophiles anyways, right? I mean, what about mainstream media websites that allow you to make content on their website and then they go about and actually put ads on that page, therefore making them money? Are they not pedophiles themselves? I mean, that line of thinking is so fucktarded that I could make a whole separate series on itself, rivaling the amount of episodes of the deep web stuff that we have right now. That's how fucktarded that statement, or like that insinuation rather, was. Maybe I looked into it a little too much, I don't know. But going further into this, the idea of just blaming YouTube is a little off. YouTube is to blame for having this attitude where, yes, they are working on it. Obviously they are. They have been. But without giving constant updates on something like this, or actually, even better yet, having a proper line of communication with the creators, this kind of stuff eventually is let go for like 6 months, a year, and then this mainstream media website makes an article on it, causing an adpocalypse, and then YouTube says, oh wait, 3-4 weeks later, we'll issue some random fix that breaks 50 other things. That's not the kind of YouTube management we need. I'm one of those people that have a firm belief that when I made that video last time, that I actually ended up removing because the message I needed to re-clarify here, when I talked about YouTube deserving some kind of an apocalypse, I genuinely feel for creators. At the end of the day, the only person that gets fucked over the hardest because of this is you and the person creating the content. Because if they're not able to feed their fucking family or live under a roof, they're not going to be able to make these videos. They'll go out and get some other kind of job, and then you'll be there without content. For YouTube, it doesn't function either. Without creators, you only have viral videos and music stuff, which arguably is also creators as well. So then you get to a point where without creators, YouTube is fucking not able to run. And because of that, Google's giant AI farm loses a big, monumental wing. And at that point, I think when an apocalypse hits, it's going to be one too many this time, in this short span. It's going to make somebody at Alphabet, somebody in Google sit down and say, you know what, Susan, you know what, you YouTube execs, you clearly have no idea what website you're running. So here's the fucking pink slip, get the fuck out of the office, you may take your things, or you may not, but get the fuck out of our property before corporate security gets over here, and then replace it with a new brand of people that understand what it is. I don't mind new executives. I'm totally fine with that. If you get somebody that knows this company, by all means come across. Or Susan, at least get the training and understanding to know what the website is. You are a meme at this point amongst us in the YouTube community. There's no communication between you to us, and when there is, it's so like sporadic and out there and unnatural that none of us feel that it's genuine. You get what I'm trying to say? YouTube needs some form of a restructuring to fix this, and to top on these issues as fast as they can occur. For Matt to insinuate that we didn't know this up until now, I mean, that's really disingenuous. We all knew that this was a problem. Had YouTube listened to us immediately then, we could have all come up with solutions for this platform. Solutions that would be beneficial to all of us. Because on social media, you have tons of people exploiting systems for nasty things and monetary gain. That's something you can never ignore. But you can always work to combat it. And there are also other reasons besides YouTube to end up blaming in this situation. It's also the fucking parents, okay? If you are buying your kids a tablet and they're making videos and posting them online and pedophiles are checking them out, maybe don't give them the fucking tablet when they're children. Or actually look into your fucking device's parental settings and say, hey, upload YouTube videos. Maybe disable that. Maybe look into something like that, because you, the parent, are just as much to blame as anybody else. Give a shit about your children so that they don't end up doing stuff like this, because it's really not beneficial to anyone in this situation if you just let your kids do stupid shit like this. I'm just pointing that one out there with all my heart, ladies and gentlemen. But Matt, Your video is very disingenuous to me. I didn't agree with pretty much half the points because of the tone that you were going out with. This is a problem, yes, but it's going to be fixed as time goes on. Can it be dealt with better? Absolutely. And that's where the community steps in. That's a situation we all have to cover. Like Rainbot said on Twitter, she has a really fucking awesome Twitter, by the way. Follow it. She actually said that this is more of a whack-a-mole type situation, which actually is like the perfect analogy. YouTube is such a big website that in order to combat stuff like this, it's almost a game of whack-a-mole. This is the biggest social media website right now, okay? One of the biggest. And unfortunately, it's also the target for a lot of these weird phishing scams, all that kind of stuff to occur. The only way to combat it is if YouTube stops looking at their website purely algorithmically and has some proper management to also make the better algorithms, but also deal with some human form of interaction when it comes to this website. It all needs it. There needs to be a proper ounce of moderation given to this website. It can't just be a giant free-for-all. So yeah, are there a lot of people to blame in this situation? Absolutely. But if another apocalypse comes, and it probably will, at this point now, the creators can't be the only one that suffers, because you know who fucked up the most in this situation just on this website is the executive branch above us, and that's what needs to be fixed. And Matt, your video, while I guess to some people may look like proper intentions, to me it really didn't come across as genuine. I felt as though it was manufactured to elicit a response on information that was already known to the public. When you're contacting advertisers, it almost seems like you want to get famous off of this situation. And if you want to get famous off of this topic, I mean, I guess it kind of shows the person that you are. But hey, I'm not here to start some kind of a fight. I'm just giving one YouTuber's opinion to another YouTuber. And I'm also here to give one opinion about this topic as a whole. And there are ways to fix it. Again, like I said, it's just a matter of if YouTube executive branches want to take advantage of this kind of thinking. We need to have a group of YouTubers, all YouTubers, a symposium almost, to sit together, work with people working at the YouTube branch to completely figure this out together. This is a situation that involves the community and the website itself. And YouTube, if you screw this up again and another website comes in, don't be shocked that creators are going to switch from you to the other creator because they're able to facilitate the needs of online media better. Online video is going to be taken seriously one day. It already is. At the end of the day, mainstream media is fucking dying. A lot of YouTubers nowadays get more traction than mainstream media ever has. So you know what? Step aside old media, welcome new media, and at the end of the day, these are problems, growing pains. But I think the way that it's been treated the last week has been really disingenuous. I don't like it. That's the word of the day, by the way. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mudahar, and if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike if you dislike it. I just gotta say, from my perspective, this is a big deal, not just because it involves kids or anything, but it involves the livelihoods of some of the friends that I've made on this platform as well. And it also stands for this platform as a whole. We need to talk about these things, but we also need YouTube to be willing to listen. And parents, you need to fucking learn how to raise your kids right. And sensationalizers, you need to learn how to sensationalize when it's appropriate. I don't know. I don't know. It's a weird situation. But if there's going to be negative consequences, the executives up top better start feeling it too. That being said, I am out.